giving nothing but truth.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Mims, aka the New American King, and you already know you locked in the Hard Knock TV. And this is why I make y'all move if you want to move. We here. Mims!
In the midst of a drought, you dudes gonna learn to stop running your mouth. What if I told you I did this all on purpose? Hit you with a few meaningless verses. You can't learn a man just by seeing the surface, especially when his story is about deep as the earth is. But what if that was my point exactly? And I knew it first.
I've been raised by a single mom myself.
Gotcha.
Speak on what impact that has had in your life.
When you don't know what things are supposed to be like, you never really ask the question as to why they are what they are. My mother raised me, single parent home. My father wasn't around, and for whatever reason, you know, I don't typically question, but he passed away when I was 11. My mom actually passed away when I was 13, but up until the point where she did pass away, I never really questioned not having a father around, because she picked up a lot of that slack. You know, I was my mother's son, but at the same time, she also made it a point to be a friend, and you know, when she needed to correct me, she did. So for me, I never really questioned what life was supposed to be like with the happy home, with the father and the mother, the dog and the white picket fence, because I didn't have it, but I didn't miss it either.
That's my laugh, I just give you the facts from the mind of a hustler. Fast lane rider, 100 miles on the Bruckner. Deep sea rollie, I'm not even a diver. What I spit be the truth, just like my hand on the Bible.
Part of being a single child or being raised by a single parent, being a mom, is that you gotta assume the man role in the household at a young age. How did that affect you, and how do you see that kind of like permeating into your music at all?
When it comes to, you know, my mom's involvement in my life, and you know how it shaped me, is definitely in a positive manner. I feel like, you know, one, she was always a free-willed person. She was the type of person that didn't really wasn't there to listen to anybody. If she felt it was something she needed to do, she would do it. She wanted to do things that made her happy. And I think that I actually use the same motive in life now, is that, you know, I don't care what it is. As long as I'm happy, I'm going to reach and push to do it or have it or obtain it. As far as becoming a man at a young age, naturally, you know, you have to. I mean, naturally, I lived in a house. It was my brother, myself, my grandmother lived there. You know, my aunt had her children. And my grandfather. So it was a lot of people in one house, and it was a 2-bedroom home, and you know, you can get crowded. It can become very crowded, but I was always very mature for my age because of my situation, because I saw that my mother was so free-spirited and free-willed, and she didn't really, I would say, I guess the right way to say is not listen to anybody but her own emotion. I took that same nature and installed it in me, and it made me who I am today. You know, when people tell me certain things like, Mims, you know, you can't put a song out, you can't record a song like that, or you can't say that in your music, or you know, this is not going to work, you're from New York, you're supposed to sound like this. I look into them and I say, man, you can't tell me that I can't do anything, because one, if you tell me I can't do it, I'm probably going to want to do it anyway. And two, I don't believe in that word. I don't believe in the word can't. You know, that's a word meant for people who put limits on themselves. You know, as long as it's the right thing to do, and as long as I know that I'm not hurting anybody doing it, I can do it.
Stay tuned, this is the game of life, and these are the cards I've been dealt. Give you the real deal, live footage, and you can feel for yourself. It's uncut and raw, ghetto reporter since before the new world was in order. Embedded in places you dreaded and never thought of. The corners, the streets, and projects, the 1-bedroom apartments, the hood. I'm the voice for all of y'all misunderstood. It's because I'm hip-hop, baby, I was born from the struggle. Hustle and hover above the earth, observe the concrete jungle, and expose all lies. From the block, it's all lies. Revolution of the mind. It will be. Giving nothing but truth.